Starting at WGU can feel like a big leap, especially when it's time to get ready for orientation and you're thinking, okay, what the heck is this all about? Well, I just went through it myself and I'm pursuing a master's degree in instructional design at WGU. Now, I've created dozens of videos reviewing e-learning platforms reaching over 1 million views on YouTube, so I know a little bit about self-education online. I'll break down what orientation is at WGU, my thoughts on it, and how you can make the most of it yourself. Let's get started. So orientation is going to be your first step, and it's designed to help you feel confident and prepared for what's ahead. It isn't just about giving you information, it's about taking you through how you'll be spending your time at WGU, from setting expectations to walking you through their unique system of competency-based education. Whew, that's hard to say, which is the foundation of your success here. Now, when I first started orientation, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've taken thousands of online courses over the years, so I thought I had a good idea what this is going to be like. But they put their own spin on it for sure. So right away, you'll learn exactly what WGU expects from students, how much time is needed to commit, how the coursework is going to be structured, and what future interactions with faculty is going to be like. Now, they let you know orientation can take up to 5 to 10 hours to complete. And I know what some of you are thinking, 5 to 10 hours? That's a lot. Well, hold up, is this even a real school? Is this legit? One second. See, it's a real place. And they're institutionally accredited by the Northwest Commission of Colleges and Universities.
Man, the things I do for you guys.
Let's go ahead and move forward and dive into the details of what you're going to actually experience in orientation. Now, I can't show you the actual portal. That could be a possible
student violation.
I don't want to do that. I want to pass. I want to go ahead and get my degree. But what I can do is show you a mock-up, something that can help you conceptualize this. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. How many times have you heard that, huh? Now here you can see my beautiful mock-up. You can see the overview over here. This is going to tell you about the course. And down here are your course objectives, your competencies. These are your PLGs, which stands for Personal Learning Guide. You have some information. You can hit the button to start a course. And here is where you're going to do most of your learning. This tells you about the learning portal, additional information. You click the button, it takes you there. And here is some contact info. So if you need to contact someone, that has all that information here. Then you have your assessments here. Assess. I can spell, please be right. You're going to have your assessments here, which is where you grade on these competencies. So that goes here. And then there's some additional course information right here. All right, one of the first things that we have to talk about is that competency-based education that we touched on briefly. That just means you're going to be judged on your ability to demonstrate mastery on a subject, not how much time you spend on a module or, in the classroom, anything like that. For example, if you already know the material, you can move through it faster, but if you need more time to fully understand something, you can take that time. Now, I know there's some minimum requirement for submissions or time spent on class. You're going to have to work that out with your advisor. I just want to make sure to make that caveat. But overall, it's pretty flexible. And there's not arbitrary deadlines. Now, another thing that we want to touch on is that self-direction. WGU is going to expect you to take charge of your learning, but that doesn't mean that you're on your own. In orientation, they're going to give you some resources and strategies to manage all that. And I use this a lot in my own self-learning, but seeing it all laid out here really reminds me how effective and how important that is. It takes up to 5 to 10 hours. It took me 8 hours. You don't have to do this all at once. So I did it in multiple sections, maybe an hour and a half a day, and I learned better that way. I can retain more information. So if you get started early, you're not going to stress out as much trying to cram 8 hours in 1 or 2 days and fry your brain, right? Okay, we know the competencies there, what's expected of us, what we're going to learn.
Oh, that sounds kind of scary.
I feel that way sometimes. I know that some of you might be feeling that way, and WGU also knows that. So before you learn, they give you a personal learning guide, PLG. I'm just going to call it personal learning guide, and it's their way of helping you take stock of where you are. So it's designed to assess your strengths and identify the areas that you need to improve. Personal Learning Guide is broken down into several sections covering things like career goals, life factors like time and support, and your familiarity with practical things like typing and writing and math readiness. So in that feedback, you're going to get a bar chart with all these different areas, and they have 3 sections. One is nurture, the next one is growth, I believe, and the last one is sustain. and it'll be for things like technology, math, those types of things. That's going to let you know, okay, this is where I'm at. Maybe I'll need to spend some extra time here or there when I start this next section or this course. I think it's great because it gives me something that's tailored to me, and then I can talk about it with my mentor or my class instructor. There are 3 pieces of advice I have for the personal learning guide. The first one is read the instructions carefully. In the math one, you can use a calculator. I didn't know that, so I just did it all in my brain, which was not good. I mean, I still felt like I did pretty well, but not nearly as good as if I had a calculator. The second thing is take your time. It's going to help you, you're front loading a lot of information so you can be on track and have a smooth transition to actual learning. And the third one is just be honest. It's for you. So it's not really for anyone else, or you're not going to get your grade docked for this. This is just to help you figure out where you're going to stand in orientation, in WGU, and later in any module, right? So the more accurate you are with your responses, the more helpful it's going to be. Okay, with the personal learning guide done, now you're actually going to do the meat and potatoes. You're going to dive into the learning portal, for real. For real. So the interface is pretty straightforward. It follows industry standards. They have like a section on the left that has the different sections with the course modules in there. It's in an accordion menu. And on the right, it's a much larger column where the actual content is. So if you've ever used anything like Udemy, it's going to feel familiar. Of course, I knew that the content was going to be good, but what I didn't expect was the quality of the pacing. They take you through a mix of quizzes, video modules, and written content, and it seems like it's structured in a way to keep you engaged, which helps it feel like it's going to stick. Now, in the orientation course, they also periodically give you assessments to practice. It's there to give you an idea of what it's going to be like down the road about the competency. Overall, the learning portal is designed to set you up for success, is clear and easy to use, and this is where you're going to learn all about WGU, your advisor. They have specific sections for the school that you're going through, like education or computer science, and of course, tells you what WGU is all about. After all that learning, you're going to be tested on your competencies. Remember, we talked about those way in the beginning. It's a performance assessment. Now, don't worry, it's not nearly as intimidating as it sounds. It's basically a reflective exercise that's going to help you tie all those pieces together that you learned in the learning portal. It comes in a Word doc, and they ask you questions like, why are you in the program? What does the program mean to you? And your learning schedule. So these things are pretty basic, and I think it's a great way to introduce you to this learning style. Now, when you're finished and you're ready for this to go out for assessment, that's it. You submit it and you wait. You wait for that assessment to come back. And there are 3 levels. Not evident, which means, hey, you don't know your stuff. Approaching competency, I believe, is the next one, which is hey, you're almost there, and then competent. And that's it. So if you don't pass this, I believe you get some feedback, and then you go ahead and reiterate and do it again. I passed all the sections on the first try. I think a lot of people will, unless you're absolutely not reading and doing the information. Once you get your assessment done, you're ready to go ahead and talk to your advisor. I know they have a few requirements there that they'll send you in an email. Then you're ready to go ahead and start on your start date. Hooray! Now I'm going to keep harping on this. This is a self-directed learning environment. It's all about taking ownership of your own education. I have 3 pro tips to learn by yourself. It's up on screen. That's going to show you how to do that if you want some advice. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.